What really happens when you quit sugar for 21 days? That's what I wanted to find out. Not to punish myself, not to go on some crash diet. I just wanted to know what would change if I took sugar completely off the table for 3 weeks. To be honest, I didn't think I ate that much sugar. I don't drink soda. I don't eat dessert every night. I figured I was in the clear. But then I tracked what I was eating for 3 days, and it hit me. Sugar was everywhere. In my salad dressing, in the healthy granola I was eating, in my morning yogurt, even in my peanut butter. It wasn't just about the sweet stuff. It was all the little things I didn't even think twice about. So I made a rule: for 21 days, no added sugar. I could still eat fruit, but anything with sugar on the label, cane sugar, honey, maple syrup, agave, anything ending in those, was out. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I figured, it's only 3 weeks. Let's see what happens. Day 1, I felt pretty good. Honestly, I think I was just riding the excitement of starting something new. I had my meals planned out. I was reading every label, and I was confident. But then day 2 rolled around, and I got this dull headache around 2 p.m. I drank more water. I ate a full meal, but it didn't go away. By the end of the day, I realized I was feeling irritable for no reason. Day 3? That was rough. I wasn't hungry, but I had this intense craving around mid-afternoon. I just wanted something sweet. A protein bar, a latte, anything. That was the moment I realized how much I had been relying on sugar for those quick little boosts throughout the day. It wasn't just about taste, it was comfort, distraction, a pick-me-up, and without it, I felt exposed. The first week was basically that on repeat. Headaches, irritability, and a weird kind of emptiness. Not physical hunger, more like the absence of something I didn't even realize I was using as a crutch. But around day 7, something started to shift. I was still thinking about sugar, but not in that desperate way. The cravings were quieter, and fruit, real fruit, started tasting amazing. I had some strawberries after dinner, and they actually felt like dessert. It was like my taste buds were recalibrating. I also noticed I wasn't crashing in the afternoon the way I used to. Normally, around 3 or 4 p.m., I'd feel like I needed coffee or a snack to stay awake. But now, my energy was more stable. It wasn't high, just steady. And that alone made the whole thing feel worth it. By day 10, I was sleeping better too. Not just falling asleep faster, but waking up less during the night. I started waking up a little before my alarm, which almost never happens. I felt lighter in the morning, less puffy. Around day 14, I noticed something big. I wasn't thinking about food all the time anymore. I'd eat a meal, feel satisfied, and that was it. No hoards for dessert, no random snack runs. It was like this part of my brain finally quieted down. And emotionally, I felt calmer. Not like everything was perfect, but less edgy, more grounded. My clothes started fitting a little looser. I hadn't been trying to lose weight, but I was down a few pounds. More importantly, my stomach felt flatter, less bloated. Even my face looked different, less inflamed. It was subtle, but noticeable. Then came the final week. This is when it got interesting. I wasn't just surviving without sugar. I wasn't really missing it. I went to a birthday party, and there was cake, cookies, everything. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel like I had to talk myself out of eating something. I just didn't want it. It wasn't about willpower anymore. It was about not being controlled. That was the biggest shift. Not just the physical changes, though those were real. It was the mental shift. I felt in control of my food choices. I wasn't constantly negotiating with myself or fighting cravings. It felt peaceful. By day 21, I honestly didn't want to go back to how I was eating before. I'm not saying I'll never eat sugar again. I will. I'm not going to avoid birthday cake for the rest of my life. But now, it feels like a choice, not a need. And that, to me, was the whole point. If you've ever thought about quitting sugar, I'm not going to lie, the first week sucks. But if you can get past that wall, things really do change. Your body changes, your brain changes, even the way you think about food shifts. So would I recommend it? Yeah, absolutely. Not forever, but for 21 days? I think it's worth finding out what your body feels like without it. Would you ever try something like this? Let me know in the comments, and if you're into real-life health experiments like this, make sure you subscribe. There's more on the way.